Hey everybody, welcome to day 10. I certainly hope that all of you had a wonderful day on January 9th, which happened to be Saturday. I had a very good, productive day. I got my dog washed at the Dog Bath and Beyond. It's a fun little place that charges very little to get my dog washed since it's easier. Since it's, definitely easier since I'm not able to do it very well. And then just enjoyed a relaxing Saturday on the YouTubes. Anyway, let's get going. January 10th. Oh, and we're going to read, like I said, we're going to continue reading from Paul David Tripp from his book, New Morning Mercies, a daily gospel devotional. Today's reading, however, is going to be, he only has a very short page. So what we're going to do is read from the internet, from some awesome thankfulness quotes or sayings. So for just a little bit. So let's get going, shall we? January 10th. The DNA of joy is thankfulness. Have you noticed that entitled, complaining people don't happen to be very joyful? I wish I always carried it with me. I wish it always shaped the way I look at life. I wish it directed my desires. I wish it was the natural inclination of my heart. I wish remembering your boundless grace would silence my grumbling. I wish my worship of you, my trust of you, my rest in you would drive away all complaints. If my heart is ever going to be freed of grumbling and ruled by gratitude, I need your grace. Grace is remember, grace is grace to see, grace that produces a heart of humble joy. For further study and encouragement, Psalms 107. All right, so Psalms 107. Oh, give thanks to the Lord, for he is good, for his mercy endures forever. Let the redeemed of the Lord say so, whom he has redeemed from the hand of the enemy, and gathered out of the lands from the east and from the west, from the north and from the south. They wandered in the wilderness in a desolate way. They found no city to dwell in, hungry and thirsty. Their souls fainted in them. Then they cried out to the Lord in their trouble, and he delivered them out of their distresses. And he led them forth by the right way, that they might go to the city for a dwelling place. Oh, that man would give thanks to the Lord for his goodness and for his wondering works to the children of men. For he satisfies the longing soul and fills the hungry soul with goodness. Those who sat in darkness and in the shadow of death found in affliction and irons, because they rebelled against the words of God and despised the counsel of the Most High. Therefore he brought down their heart with labor. They fell down, and there was none to help. Then they cried out to the Lord in their trouble, and he saved them out of their distresses. He brought them out of the darkness and the dark shadow of death, and broke their chains in pieces. Oh, that man would give thanks to the Lord for his goodness, and for the wonderful works to the children of men. For he has broken the gates of bronze, and cut the bars of iron in two. Fools, because of their transgression and because of their iniquities, were afflicted. Their soul abhorred all manner of food, and they drew near the gates of death. Then they cried out to the Lord in their trouble, and he saved them out of their distresses. He sent his word and healed them, and delivered them from their destructions. Oh, that men would give thanks to the Lord for his goodness and for his wonderful works to the children of men. Let the sacrifices of thanksgiving and declare his works with rejoicing. Those who go down to the sea in ships, who do business on great waters, they see the works of the Lord and his wonders in the deep. For he commands and raises the stormy wind, which lifts up the waves of the sea. They mount up to the heavens. They go down again to the depths of their soul, melts because of trouble. They reel to and fro and stagger like a drunken man, and are at their wits' end. Then they cry out to the Lord in their trouble, and he brings them out of their distresses. He calms the storm so that his waves are still. Then they are glad because they are quiet. So he guides them to their desired haven. Oh, that man would give thanks to the Lord for his goodness and for his wonderful works to the children of men. Let them exalt him also in the assembly of the people, and praise him in the company of the elders. He turns rivers into wilderness, and the winter springs into dry ground, a faithful land into barrenness for the wickedness of those who dwell in it. He turns a wilderness into pools of water, and dry land into water springs. There he makes the hungry dwell, that they might establish a city for dwelling place, and sow fields and plant vineyards, that they may yield a fruitful harvest. He also blesses them, and they multiply greatly, and he does not let their castle decrease. When they are diminished and brought low through oppression, affliction, and sorrow, he pours contempt on princes and causes them to wander the wilderness, where there is no way. Yet he sets the poor on high, far from affliction, and make their families like a flock. The righteous see it and rejoice, and all iniquity stop its mouth. Whoever is wise will observe these things, and they will understand the lovingness of the Lord. Okay, so we're back, and I wanted to say that we're going to make it unique, and I thought I would read some fun things. So here we go. Here are 30 Christian quotes to ponder on thankfulness and gratitude. God has promised to supply all our God has promised to supply all our needs. What we don't have now, we don't need now. Elizabeth Elliot. 2. It is not how much we have, but how much we enjoy that makes happiness. Charles Spurgeon. 3. God says, give thanks in everything. That doesn't mean you need to give thanks for everything. You don't need to give thanks for that bad day, or for that bad relationship, or being passed over at work, financial hardship, whatever it is. You are not to give thanks for the difficulties, but rather in the difficulties. That is a very important distinction, and one I think we often miss. Giving thanks in everything shows a heart of faith that God is bigger than the difficulties, and that he can use them if you approach him with the right heart and spirit for your good and his glory. Tony Evans. 4. We need to discover all over again that worship is natural to the Christian, as it was to the godly Israelites who wrote the Psalms, and that the habit of celebrating the greatness and graciousness of God yields an endless flow of thankfulness, joy, and zeal. J.I. Packer. 5. No matter what our circumstances, we can find a reason to be thankful. Dr. David Jeremiah. 6. There are 3 requisites to the proper enjoyment of earthly blessings, a thankful reflection on the goodness of the giver, a deep sense of our own unworthiness, and a recollection of the uncertainty of our long possessing them. The first will make us grateful, the second humble, and the third moderate. Hannah More. 7. If I succeed, I will give thanks. If I fail, I will seek his grace. Max Lucado. 8. It is only with gratitude that life becomes rich. Dietrich Bonhoeffer. 9. God is in control, and therefore in everything I can give thanks, not because of the situation, but because of the one who directs and rules over it. K. Arthur. 10. A sensible thanksgiving for mercies received is a mighty prayer in the Spirit of God. It prevails with him unspeakably. John Bunyan. Well, I'm going to just leave it to 10. What I will do is I will link this website into the description if anyone wants to follow along and finish reading the 30 beautiful Thanksgiving quotes from this particular website. In the meantime, I want to say thank you very much for staying with me in this video. If you did, I hope that you have a beautiful day on the 10th, right? It's going to be a beautiful Sunday. It's a day of rejoicing. It's a day of reflection. It's a day of praising God. And if you're not a Christian, don't worry about it. I'm here to love you anyway. It's my job to love each and every single one of you. Contrary to popular belief from this YouTube channel, people don't believe it. You know, that's okay. I'm not here to force anyone or try to get people to try and believe what my words are. I am commanded to love each and every single one of you, regardless of your faith, regardless of your religion or lack thereof, regardless if you call yourself an enemy to me, whether I am disappointed in you, I'm still here to love you. I don't have to love what you do, but I'm here to love you anyway. I know that sounds a lot backwards to those who aren't really Christians and don't understand the power behind loving everyone, because it's not my job to worry about anything other than just loving you. I certainly hope that you guys have a beautiful day. Thank you for stopping by. If you liked this type of content, please consider subscribing if you're new. If you're not new, consider liking the video and continuing with putting the notification bell on, so that way you get every video that I have, and it helps me grow my channel. I'm going to be growing my channel authentically. I'm not going to buy anyone. It's just going to gradually grow. I believe what I'm doing is right. Contrary to what a lot of people believe, that's for me to believe, and that's okay. I can be delusional if that's hard for you guys to see. Anyway, kind of turned this whole message today sourly, but I definitely am very thankful for each and every single one of you guys, even the ones who challenged me. And maybe that's why I did it. It's because I'm thankful for you guys, the ones that challenge me, keep me on my toes, so to speak. Anyway, you all have a beautiful, wonderful day. Bye now.